You think you know Shaun of the Dead? Well, here's some things you may not have known about this rom-com.
Look, as long as they're out there and we're in here, we're safe.
Officials suggest that in extreme the attackers can be stopped by removing the head or destroying the brain.
Shaun of the Dead wasn't the first collaboration between actors Simon Pegg and Nick Frost and director Edgar Wright. Before the zombie film, they all worked together on a television sitcom titled Spaced. An episode of Spaced actually contains a sequence where Pegg hallucinates about a zombie apocalypse. This is regarded as a precursor to the trio making their own fully fledged zombie flick with Shaun of the Dead.
Take car, go to Mum's, kill Phil, grab Liz, go to the Winchester, have a nice cold pint, and wait for all this to blow over.
A character from Spaced actually cameos in Shaun of the Dead. Tyres, a bike messenger and raver known for his trademark yellow hat, can be seen as a zombie in the film. The character and the zombie are even played by the same actor, Michael Smiley. Another Spaced alum cameos in the movie as well. Jessica Hines, co-creator, co-writer, and co-star of Spaced, appears as Yvonne, who is leading her own group of survivors that briefly meet up with Shaun, Ed, and their friends. This explains why the character seemingly comes out of nowhere and seems to know Shaun.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
The filmmakers even included Spaced fans in the film, putting out a casting call for zombie extras on Spaced fan forums. They eventually recruited 200 extras through this method. Another friend of the crew that cameos in the film is Coldplay frontman Chris Martin. Martin appears as a gag on the DVD extras of the film, where he explains in a fake interview that Coldplay's drummer and bassist turned into zombies in the apocalypse. He then introduces two new members of the band, played by Pegg and Frost.
What's it like joining a well-established band and knowing that you've replaced two undead members?
Well, we just love hip-hop, and, that's why we got into it.
Right.
Plus, Chris promised us a couple of jobs, and...
He's joking, he's having a laugh.
Right.
Well, we thought it was from him, but he meant from groupies.
The Winchester pub was based on a real location in London known as Shepherd's Pub, where Simon Pegg and Nick Frost would hang out. They even considered keeping the name as Shepherd's in the film, but changed it after the Winchester rifle in the film's pub became a central plot point.
For the last time... I f***ing knew it! What did I tell you? Big Al was right.
The owners of the pub in the film, John and Bernie, were based on real owners of the Shepherd's Pub, also named John and Bernie. The pub changed management in 2002, after which Frost joked that the group were, quote, all not real big pub drinkers now.
Okay, John, it's time at the bar.
The pub they used for the exterior shots of the Winchester in the film was the Duke of Albany pub, which sadly has now been turned into flats.
Get higher, girl!
Eagle-eyed viewers of Shaun of the Dead will notice that Mary, the first zombie that Shaun and Ed encounter in their backyard, is actually a woman seen in the opening credits. There's also an entire comic book prequel titled There's Something About Mary, which explains how Mary became a zombie and found her way into their backyard.
Oh my god. She's so drunk.
Ed actually foreshadows much of the plot of the film while he and Shaun are at the Winchester.
Have a Bloody Mary first thing.
Bloody zombie Mary in the garden.
Or a bite of the king's head.
Foreshadowing Shaun's stepfather Philip being bit.
A couple of the little princess.
Shaun climbs up to Liz's flat like a knight.
We'll stagger back in.
The crew pretends to be staggering zombies trying to get back to the Winchester.
Back at the bar for Shaun.
The crew used the Winchester at the Winchester to make their last stand.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
No.
Come on, man.
Zombie mastermind George Romero was a huge influence on Shaun of the Dead. The film's title is obviously a play on Dawn of the Dead. A memorable line in Shaun of the Dead, where Ed exclaims to Shaun's mother that they were, quote,
We're coming to get you, Barbara!
is a direct homage to Romero's film Night of the Living Dead.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Funny enough, Romero didn't actually catch that reference, but was delighted when Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright talked to him after the film's premiere and explained the reference to him. He liked Shaun of the Dead so much that he invited Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright to cameo as zombies in his 2005 film Land of the Dead. F*** and its many variations is said 77 times in the film. Shaun of the Dead's budget was about $6 million, and it made $30 million worldwide. Shaun of the Dead is part of the Three Flavors Cornetto Trilogy, a trilogy of films directed by Edgar Wright and written by Wright and Pegg. The films share themes, actors, and some gags.
I'm taking a shortcut before.
And here's a bonus one. Fans of Shaun of the Dead have often recreated Shaun's walk from his flat to the store early in the film and posted them on YouTube. We can only hope that this will become as iconic as fans walking across Abbey Road.
Ensure all residences are secure with all doors and windows firmly locked and barricaded. Police are
Oh, for God's sake! Oh, he's got armor! Get him!
I'm going to shut the front door.
That's it for this episode of You Think You Know Movies. Make sure to subscribe, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and get the latest movie and TV news on ScreenCrush.com.